All right. Howdy, folks. Welcome to Badger State Adventures. I'm Jeremy, and I'm with my son Jacob.
Hello.
And the whole mantra of Badger State Adventures is to create your own adventure. Now, whether that's outdoors
Or at home. How did I get roped into this again?
well, I'll tell you. I got into a conversation with some guys at work, and they were talking about some foods that are kind of from this area. And as some of you may or may not know, we're not from this area. Jacob and I are from Nebraska. So they started telling me about some of the foods that are from this area, and I didn't believe them. So I thought that would be very entertaining if we tried some of these foods and kind of give you our feedback. So the first thing that we're going to try is...
Kinda looks like the pickled eggs.
pickled eggs.
Yummy.
I can smell it already. Alright, so here we go. Pickled eggs. Now, the rules of engagement are... You have to get at least some in your mouth. Alright.
Do microscopic bites count?
Okay, new rule. We don't smell them before we eat them. Okay. So we're gonna. This is not. I want you to know I'm doing this for you at home, the viewer. All right, here we go.
Bottoms up. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. He doesn't think so.
I'm sorry, folks. I couldn't do it. Yummy. What'd you think?
It tasted different than a normal egg.
Yeah, because normal eggs aren't pickled.
True.
This is something you could eat.
Sure, not the whole thing.
No, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like the best food ever, and 0 not being the best food ever, what would you rate the pickled egg?
Probably a 3.
3? I think the pickled egg is a strong contender for like maybe a 0.28. I did not enjoy the pickled eggs. So stay with us, we're going to try another one here. The next thing we're going to try is Colby cheese. I'm sure we've had Colby cheese before. I'm told Colby cheese originated in Colby, Wisconsin, and it obviously done pretty well because we're still eating Colby cheese now. So, Colby. That's Colby cheese.
It tastes a lot better than pickled eggs.
I think shoe leather would taste better than pickled eggs. Yeah, I like Colby cheese. You good with Colby cheese?
Yeah.
On a scale of 0 to 10, where would you put Colby cheese?
Probably around a 9.
Really? I agree with that. I like Colby cheese. Ready for the next one?
Sure.
All right. The next on the list that we have is what they call lefse, or I guess what you guys would call lefse. Well, it's called lefse. And basically what it is a Norwegian tortilla. Now I'm told that you eat it with butter and sugar. So we have a piece with butter and sugar and a piece without butter and sugar, and we're going to try it. So now we have lefse. So, oh, it's a little roll. I want to try that one in a minute.
So cute.
All right. I really don't even know what it's made of. It's probably just flour. Is it potatoes? Made out of potatoes?
Really?
Have you ever tried baked potatoes? You tried baked potatoes, you wouldn't squish it down into a flat thing. Oh, it's kind of bland. You can actually smell the potato. Smell it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of bland
It
without
smells
the...
like potato mixed with a potato.
Alright, so we have the butter and the sugar one now, so obviously it's probably going to taste like butter and sugar and potatoes. It's okay. It's not great. It's kind of bland. What do you think? What do you think?
It's good. Tastes like potatoes, sugar, and butter.
Yeah. All right. Lefse. Potato, sugar, and butter. It's not great. All right. On a scale of 0 to 10, what would you rate it? And I'm talking 10 being like amazing steak, food. You know what I mean? And 0 being like mom's meatloaf.
Well, I'd probably rate this like a 7 because it tastes a lot like a tortilla, which is made quite similar, except for instead of using potatoes, we use this thing called flour.
Right. Different ingredients. So, all right. Yeah. So that's lefse. All right, folks. Well, the lefse was okay. It's nothing I'm going to run out and buy a whole bunch more of. Unfortunately, for today's recordings, the only thing left that we can try is the head cheese. Now, I did a little bit of research on head cheese, and it is, in fact, not a cheese.
It is a meat.
It is a meat. It's actually...
It is the meat from the head of either a cow or a pig, hensing the name head cheese.
Head cheese, right. So what it's suggested you eat it on a sandwich, but there's no way I'm putting that much in my mouth. So what we have is we're gonna try a little bit raw, or I don't know if you cook it, whatever. We're gonna try a little bit, and then we're gonna try a little bit on the cracker. I apologize in advance if this doesn't go well for our viewers at home. Okay, so I have one of these, so I'm assuming I'm gonna need it. Got one. I read the ingredient. I'm not even gonna bring up the ingredients right now. We'll just try it. All right. It is a. Well.
Should we have it on the cracker or off the cracker?
I'm just gonna try a little piece without, off the cracker.
You're doing it. I'm doing it.
So.
It's like jello. Oh, don't smell it.
Oh, that was a horrible idea. You should have warned me 2 seconds earlier.
I did.
Oh, why did you do it again? It's just like it's such one of those like, oh, it's horrible. Try this. Head cheese is not designed to smell good. You're not going to attract a mate eating head cheese. You're not going to win friends over eating head cheese. You're all right.
If you were to take a bath in head cheese, nobody would ever like you.
Never again. It kind of bothers me that you would actually think about taking a bath in head cheese.
I never said I was going to do it if you were to do it.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're stalling because we don't want to put this in our mouths. All right, on 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hit me again.
There's no way in hell I'm putting that on a cracker and putting that in my mouth. It's not happening. Still in there. Well, what'd you think? Is the head cheese good or bad? On a scale of 1...
Describe bad.
On a scale of 0 to 10, what would you give head cheese?
Probably a negative 20.
Yeah, at least a negative. I would give head cheese none points. 0 points. It is okay. So the ingredients on what we bought, and I don't know. I'm sure I'm probably gonna get emails and stuff about I didn't try the right kind of head cheese. It has cow tongue.
I think that was a piece I was chewing on.
And so when you tasted it, did it taste you back? And so it had cow tongue and had like pig snout, and I'm not talking like the meat from the. It actually is labeled as an ingredient pig snout, the snout of a pig, which for those of you that don't know, the snout is the nose of the pig, and the other various heads or meats of the.
That's probably why it's a little slimy.
Well, it's actually a gelatin. The way they boil it or cook it down, it becomes this coagulated, disgusting pile of poo sitting on my cracker. I wasted a perfectly good cracker. Oh, it's so horrible. It's so horrible.
Why would you smell it a third
Well,
time?
I'm really curious as to why that piece is white.
It's probably the fat.
Is there fat in a pig's nose?
Or
I think it's part of the tongue. All right. Well, folks, we have some other foods that we're going to try. Nothing, I don't think, was as horrible. I've never put stuff like that in my mouth before.
You and me both.
Why can't they eat more pastas and pizzas? I would eat pizzas and pastas. That would be a fun episode.
Or bacon.
Bacon. You ever heard of bacon? It's not a pig. You can eat the bacon from a pig and not put this stuff in your mouth. So,
I can't help it. I gotta have some more.
all right, folks. Well, the next thing we're going to try, and we'll probably end up wrapping this up tomorrow, but the next thing we're going to try, I believe, is bratwurst, right? And kraut. And I got to tell you, I've tried kraut before. I'm not a fan, so that'll be entertaining. And you ever tried kraut?
I've heard of sauerkraut and I've smelt sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Why do they have an expiration date on sauerkraut and sour cream? Hasn't it already gone bad?
Well, I think that's just the name. I don't know. That's a good question. Text somebody or email somebody. Find out. Okay, and then we're really looking forward to this one. Cheese curds. And we eat cheese curds. So, and that, what else? Do we have anything else? Dumplings. That's right.
I'm a big
Alright.
fan of dumplings.
So stay tuned, folks. It's entertaining. So, okay. I think so. I made the mistake of smelling it. I didn't enjoy that at all. Hopefully nobody gets grossed out by my throwing stuff back in my napkin, because I'm gonna go through a lot of these, I think. You didn't mind it?
I didn't like it. That's why I rated it.
You actually swallowed it.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive. Hey, guess what? Sierra Mist and pickled eggs, not a good combo. Water, vinegar, salt, flavoring, citric acid, and calcium chloride. This looks like a science experiment. Okay, so
That's why I
lefse. You want the rest
clapped.
of this? I know you like lefse.
I don't really care for this kind of lefse that much.
What kind of lefse are you getting us? Are you getting us sub-grade lefse?
My family makes different kind of lefse, and it's hard. This is not.
It's like Jello. Oh, don't smell it.
Oh, that was a horrible idea. You should have warned me 2 seconds earlier. That was horrible. Have you ever tried this stuff? You're from here. Isn't it like an initiation?
Your turn.
thing? Head cheese.
On a cracker. Why do you continuously smell head cheese? Are you threatening me
Are you
with
threatening me with head cheese? Look at that. It's not. This is like.
Where's he
Ah!
threatening?
It touched me. Keep it up. This is what you're getting for Christmas next year. Yeah, I'm gonna give head cheese for everybody. Head cheese all around.
No, back.
You know, there should be like a distance that you can smell it. You know, like the smell factor. You're like, oh, there, I got it. You know, and that's so many inches away. I don't know, it's just a
Smell factor.
All right, so
That's
that's.
more like the X factor.
I
where
mean,
you
look
can,
at this. I've been flopping this thing around for like 5 minutes, and it's still. I'm gonna eat this cracker. Hey, I got an idea.
Give it to
Stay
the
with
dog.
me. Stay with me, folks. Trippers! Come here, Bobby! Come here, boy. Come here. She's a good dog. Come here. Come here. Oh, he's a good dog. Oh, yeah. Oh. Nothing. Nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, that is indicative. That is your answer right there of all answers if your dog won't put it in his mouth. Okay, well that's good.
That was entertaining.
Entertaining?
It touched me.
I had that in my mouth.